Welcome, FNews57 here. Once again, I'm back on the Xbox Series X. Today we're on Call of Duty, and it is all about getting pretty much the best blueprint in the entire game in the history of MW2, MW3, if you ask me. That's going to be the infinitecosmos blueprint for the STG-44. This is Season 5 Reloaded, and this is the secret boss fight that is, honestly got quite a few steps to it, so the video will be longer. Timestamps in the description. I will be showing you exactly how to do it, so long format style. First of all, I recommend you have a team, so huge shout out right off the bat to Kodiak, Shadows, Terra, and Extreme for running with me. We're going to be running in a larger than 3-man squad. You can do this however you want to set up. It's up to you. At least one person. I recommend having crowd control, and you do want to fully kit out. This is going to be on par with the unstable Rift, so we're going to do everything. If your person is running the RGL-80, I highly recommend a setup like this with the Jack Thumper kit and the 40mm slugs, because those they're still broken and they explode. With that being mentioned and that in mind, if you want, your ballistic weapon shooters can be running... Honestly, I'd like to find something else, but something similar to a M13B. This is a pretty decent loadout that does net you around 33 damage per shot with a decent effective range of 40 meters, yet maintaining a nice movement speed. The TAC Eradicator is also an option. This is one of the ones that I did kind of recommend, and I thought about building out as well if you have it, TAQ Eradicator, but with this particular weapon, I just don't like it, even if you do build it for speed. So it's personal preference, but obviously you'd build it for speed, build it with the 45 round mag, and then just kind of take a look at the stats on it, and it is slightly better than the M13B, but it's honestly personal preference. The main thing you want to look for is something around at least 30 damage a shot with the ballistic weapons and about at least a 30-meter effective range, because you will need range for the boss fight. So bring in the weapons that you want. I will be on crowd control along with Terra. Your crowd control players absolutely want deadwire detonators. This is a must-have. The rest is personal preference. You really don't need to have it if you want to make it more difficult on yourself. If you don't want to make it more difficult on yourself, then bring in everything that you can, fully kit out. This is where the grenade bandolier is going to be very helpful. The MAGA holding, golden armor, legendary tools, scorcher case, ether blade. Everything else is personal preference. Decoy grenades and healing aura. So now we're going to go ahead and go in, and what you need to do with the Act 4 thing is have the actual new section available. That's going to be the Ascension mission. You need at least one person on the team that has that portal available, so you have to do the whole all 4-piece Easter egg and get the mega and all of that stuff. You have to do that to at least have the portal available. At least one person needs that. So go ahead and get geared up, and I'll meet you in game. Hi guys. Well, so I'm on top of the portal. Well, Smallville, we found the top of the portal, and it will kill you if you land on it. So gravity is working. Nothing else in this game is working, but gravity is working. Alright, now that you're in-game and you're fully geared, we just have a couple things to cover before we actually go into this portal. So, as I mentioned, only one person on the team needs to actually be able to interact with this portal and have it unlocked, but there are a couple of things that can cause it to glitch out. since this needs to be done in an Elder Sigil run, you will need an Elder Sigil. You will also want to go ahead and have at least one person carrying the inhibitors to make your life a hell of a lot easier, because you only have 15 minutes in there before the boss fight. You can do a mission in there to get the inhibitors, but it's just far easier if you do a spore control out here in the regular map, and then one person brings in the inhibitors. I already covered gear, and after many hours of dealing with this game glitching out, there is one thing to note. If when you set the initial pedestals with these 4 golden items, and the mega spawns, and that finally actually spawns this portal here, if another team snipes it from you for any reason currently, you will not be able to interact with the portal, and you'll have to redo the whole place the 4 golden objects. So bear that in mind, and those folks considering sniping the portal from people, just please don't. If you do that, you're a turd waffle. Anyways, when you're good to go, at least one person with an RGL-80 with deadwire detonators, the rest with ballistic weapons, and now we're going to go through and actually get started. This is not going to be one of those hyper-edited videos, so I suggest you grab your popcorn. And of course we have the slight issue with the interact, but once you get it to actually interact, then it's going to give you your vote, and we're going to go ahead and vote. And I'm going to try to just buy this extra jug suit. Got it. Got it at 4 seconds. You don't have to have extra jug suits, but it can make it a little bit easier on you. Alright, so once you get in the game, obviously you don't have to have a Scorcher, but I highly recommend you bring a Scorcher unless you like playing, you know, Leapfrog for the entire game. You're going to go straight, follow the path that I am on exactly. You're going to find a egg in here. Go ahead and just toss down the inhibitors. You can place 2 of them to make it go faster, and then go back to your decoys. Once the egg is broken, then you will need to have one person pick up the R4 detector, and somebody who has the RGL always needs to be covering. In this room, you will find a arrow with the R4 detector. If you're used to DMZ, then this should be pretty damn easy for you. You're going to need to follow the arrows with the detector, and I do believe they can be random. So stick together, guys, move, and then it will eventually lead you to a maze. And once you find the maze, then we're going to have to use this detector to go through the maze. And this is going to be the part that gets a little bit wacky. So find it, and then follow the arrows. They're not too terribly bad, but they can leave you, like, searching for where the hell you're actually supposed to go. And eventually you'll find one that'll lead you up, and pretty much just kind of across. Alright, there we go. These arrows are a bit annoying. And unfortunately, you actually have to get the arrows to pop up and follow them. No, I followed it up and around and down, and then we should be... Come on, off of my zombies. There we go. Now we got it. There's the gold skull. And I don't need the detector. If somebody else wants the detector, they can have it. We got to go back inside the main building. Pretty much right where we actually got this from. I'm sure if you do that maze a few times, you'll find it a lot easier than what I did there. And this is going to be to the right, underneath that sign that says tower. And you'll see a nice statue of a golden whale. You can Scorcher jump up there, but it's far easier if you just take the stairs all the way up. And I do mean all the way up. Don't get off on the second floor, because for some reason you can't ledge grab the statue. This is going to be where anybody who has crowd control, keep those decoys out. And then you'll be able to trade the skull with the golden whale, which is going to give you a IT thumb drive. And we have this little blue screen here, which is basically our hint that we have to go out of this building and to, like, kind of the computer repair shop. I got the revive. So that's going to be back out. Yeah, my mark disappeared though. Marks tend to disappear quite frequently. So you can either go that on foot or you can Scorcher it. Personally, I would recommend just Scorchering because it's a hell of a lot easier.
Moving this way.
It's just far easier if you use your Scorcher to go across the map than running it and going platform to platform to platform. Now we're gonna get to this little, like, computer repair shop. Go into the second floor. Again, keep those decoys out and you'll find one computer screen with basically the exact same image here. You can insert the thumb drive. That's going to spawn a target that you need to just annihilate. The nice key card holder here. Obviously, I don't have the best weapon for this. I have a crowd control weapon. That's going to drop the tower maintenance key. So now we need to go ahead and do one of two things. If you did not bring in a Scorcher, you're going to have to take the flying trains and get to the top of the main tower. But if you have a Scorcher, you can simply Scorcher up there. So we have to go into the tower maintenance room. It is possible to get on this flying train here and then get off and then get on the next flying train and kind of, like, you know, grab the bus and go up from there. But honestly, it's just far easier to Scorcher fly. If anybody needs ammo, grab your ammo. Tara, do you need a hand? I'm coming. I'm coming. I tossed a decoy. I almost smacked a bus. If you are going to Scorcher fly up here, yeah, it is worth noting. Kodiak brings up a perfect point. You don't so much have to be worried about what's next to you as what is above you, because you can smack your head on the bus and then just, well, it doesn't go very well. Once you've got your team up here, we can go ahead and unlock this door. And the portal will just be waiting for everybody. And once you're in the portal, now our timer resets and we are actually in the boss fight. This specifically, though, is the actual Easter egg version, so it's not going to be the same as the story version. And again, you don't necessarily need the Scorcher, it's just easier. The difference is this is going to be one phase. Same as the story mission, but we don't have 3 phases. Your ballistic weapon people are going to be targeting the little balls. Try to target the head and the arms. That way she'll not really be doing the ultimate. Crowd control needs to focus on, well, as the name suggests, crowd control. So if you have this grenade belt, that's the perfect time to keep those decoys out. I got the res. And then you're gonna have to keep following this person, this annoyance. And you can kind of send 2 people, basically. Depending on like how you're trying to do this, sending 2 people together, 2-man teams is ideal. I will need to grab ammo. Leave me alone, Mimic. You can actually stay back and shoot these little balls from quite a ways away. You don't have to be absolutely right up on top of everything. And then if you have a Juggernaut suit, it does make that a lot easier. Trying to hit the balls on her hands, pretty much not going to happen with a grenade launcher. This is where, again, if you have the jug suit, you can use the jug suit. To stop the ultimate attack, you obviously need to hit the orbs that are located like up on her hands and her head. But that's going to be the responsibility primarily of your ballistic weapon holders because, well, the grenade launcher just, even with splash damage, it's not that great. Now, assuming that you brought in golden armor, you should be able to survive most of her attacks. For the majority, at least. And running out of ammo is a definite thing here. You're not going to actually do damage. That's the problem right now. I do not have my healing aura charged. I'm gonna go for the revive. I have no ammo. The running out of ammo for the RGL is honestly like one of the most annoying parts of having it. It only takes about 5 cycles if you pop, or I think 4 or 5 cycles if you pop every one of the balls. But if you don't pop every one of the balls, then it's going to take you a lot longer. And this chick's just gonna bounce around everywhere. Thankfully, at least you can fall off the platform and not, like, instantly die. I can't hit that. That's too far away. Oh, okay, she's right here. That works for me. I have another decoy out. Got everything. Nice, nice. I like it. Alright, she's moving to the right now. This is one of those things that, I mean, you don't have to go straight into it. You could do a trial run before doing Elder, but if you're confident enough in your abilities and the game not glitching out on you, then you can go straight in and do it on your first try. Which, mind you, that's what we're attempting right now. Decoy out. I popped her waist balls. Alright, moving again. This boss fight's definitely chaotic. Decoys out. I need more ammo. Moving again. I feel like I'm having to engage numbers or the friggin' balls, but I keep throwing decoys as soon as they come off of their cooldown. She's at the center starting platform. I tried to knock out as many of the things. I got the revive. And that is clean. She is gone. like freaking 10 hours worth of setup work later, she is out of here. Entity blueprint unlocked. Congratulations. And then here, you know what, I don't need my scorcher, so we are gonna show this bad boy off right here. Look at this. This is probably the best blueprint in all of MW3. It's in the Rift, if you want to look at the reward. And to top it off, this is literally the only blueprint that I know of in all of MW3 and MW2 that actually has tracers. So this blueprint is equipped with tracers. It gives you a cool Cosmos fire when you're like actually aiming down your sights. So yeah, this thing is pretty damn nice. Is it worth the stress to get it? Yeah, actually it is. As long as your game doesn't glitch out on you and your squad's competent in what they're doing, this really isn't that bad, to be honest. So yeah, this is going to be something that I think everybody is going to want. The Infinite Cosmos blueprint. I'll show you what the blueprint looks like when we get back to the end of the game, or the lobby, I should say. You'll also get some random stuff like, you know, legendary tool, another disciple bottle, or, you know. There is the Infinite Cosmos blueprint. So this way you can see what everything is on here. And like I said, it is the first blueprint outside of maybe the nuke Warzone Mastery quest line that actually offers a weapon blueprint for free that has tracers on it. And still has some pretty good stats, albeit that I would prefer to have the stock on there, so it doesn't have my favorite attachments, but it is definitely usable.